Does God pick our political leaders? Well, yes, sort of. Let me explain. The Bible is clear that God values the idea of submission to authority. And in Romans 13, it says, let everyone be subject to the governing authorities. For there is no authority except that which God has established. Does that mean that God has picked the particular political leader? The political leader at the peak of that power pyramid to rule? Maybe. But it could also mean that God has chosen or established the idea of authority, the nation itself, and is at least in a scenario where we have an opportunity to vote our free choice. Votes may be the thing that we need to blame. We need to be held responsible for whom we elect in particular scenarios. But God still says, I work with that. Whatever you come up with, I work through that. And submission throughout Scripture is a high value. You know, when Jesus was standing before Pilate, just before his crucifixion, Pilate tried to flex his muscles. He tried to lord his authority over Jesus, and he said to Jesus, don't you realize I have the power to free you or crucify you? And Jesus' response was calm. He was at peace. He says, you would have no authority over me if it were not given to you from God above. Now, did God pick Pilate to be in his position specifically? Maybe. But also maybe Jesus is saying, whoever is in charge, God is in charger. He is over all, and I can trust that He's working through everything to bring about a greater good. I like how Apostle Paul in Acts chapter 17 says, where he is preaching to the Greek audience, he says, from one man, that would be Adam, God made all the nations that they should inhabit. They should inhabit the whole earth. And He marked out their appointed times in history and the boundaries of their land. God was working through political. He was working through geographical and history. He says here in verse 27, God did this so that they would seek Him and perhaps reach out for Him and find Him, though He is not far from any one of us. So God will work through geography, through history, through politics to create scenarios of maximum opportunity for the maximum out of people to reach out for God and find Him. But He will not override our free will. He will not force us to reach out for Him if we don't want to. God is at work in all things in a way that still gives us a chance to make a choice ourselves. Now, it does raise the issue. What about horrible, horrible leaders in history like Hitler? Why didn't God step into the system and stop it right there? If He does get involved, why didn't He stop it? But that's another question.
Thanks for watching. Hit subscribe, like, and share this video out.